Good morning, everyone. It's Kyle Henderson, BamaInsider.com, coming to you from Orlando, Florida. Breaking news came out last night that Dylan Moses, Alabama's inside linebacker who missed the entire season with a knee injury, will be back for the 2020 season. What does it mean and how big of news is this? I want to talk about that right now on BamaInsider.com. You will also get Nick Saban and Jim Harbaugh later today right here on our YouTube channel. Getting back to Dylan Moses, there was some rumors that he was going to announce after the game whether he was going to be returning to the 2020 season or not. This came out last night. Looked like Moses was ready to announce that he's coming back. He's locked in. He's dialed in. And that's kind of been the mantra of a lot of these juniors coming back. We've also heard similar things on Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs. The only player that we really can't gauge is Tua Tagovailoa. And as Nick Saban said during his evening radio show, which took place on Monday evening from the Renaissance and SeaWorld, he said that only one player from the draft grades that he received was in picks 1 through 15. So you got to think, a lot of these juniors are looking at those draft grades, trying to figure out where they fall and if their draft stock, their draft grades will increase if they come back for that 2020 season. And you got to think so. So we'll keep you posted in terms of which guys are coming back. I'm sure a lot of news is going to unfold following the Citrus Bowl between Alabama and Michigan. But monster news with Dylan Moses staying. What does it mean for this defense going forward? Well, I think when you look at Dylan Moses as a player overall and the injury that he suffered, ACL injury, we saw him just recently. It looked like he could barely walk. So I think when you look at him, it's going to take him some time to get back. I'd be curious to see how healthy he is by spring ball. But going forward, I think he adds so much to this team in terms of leadership. He has an incredible ability to make plays. He's that spokesman on the defense. And listening to him during last summer's SEC Media Day, you could just tell that he's the leader of this team. He's the alpha male of this team. Losing him was a monumental blow, as we talked about during the summertime. I also think it's a huge relief for Pete Golding as defensive coordinator, right? You got the eyes and the ears coming back for the defense, and it'll be interesting to see what shakes out if Joshua McMillan, who's another linebacker who missed the entire season with a knee injury, if he comes back as well. Because if you look at the inside linebacker room now, you have potentially Dylan Moses coming back, announced last night. You have Joshua McMillan, who hasn't announced he's coming back. He just announced that he did get a medical red shirt. And then you also have the two young freshmen who started this season for Alabama, Christian Harris, and then you also have Shane Lee. So a lot of guys in that inside linebacker room that are coming back for the 2020 season. A lot of talent coming back. Dylan Moses is just someone special. He's a guy with elite speed. He can really get to the quarterback. He can stuff up the run. This is a major piece of news for the Alabama Crimson Tide going in 2020. And I'm curious to see if this will be a catalyst for more guys to stay for the 2020 season. Just a monster pickup. You should be thrilled if you're Alabama Crimson Tide fan, hearing that Dylan Moses is back for the 2020 season. We'll have more on this coming later on BamaInsider.com, but enjoy it. Happy New Year. Monster pickup, monster news for the Crimson Tide. Dylan Moses coming back. Regulators, mount up. Talk soon on BamaInsider.com.